Both France and Algeria consider Zidane a citizen. It was rumored that coach Abdelhamid Kermali denied Zidane a position for the Algerian squad because he felt the young midfielder was not fast enough. 52, however, Zidane dismissed the rumor in a 2005 interview, saying that he would have been ineligible to play for Algeria because he had already played for France. 53, Zidane was a member of the French under-21 squad that won a bronze medal at the 1993 Mediterranean Games in Languedoc-Roussillon. 54, he earned his first cap with France as a substitute in a friendly against the Czech Republic on the 17th of August 1994, which ended in a 2-2 draw after Zidane scored twice to help France erase a 2-0 deficit. After Eric Cantona was handed a year-long suspension in January 1995 for assaulting a fan, Zidane took over the playmaker position. 55. Euro 1996. Despite not being at his best during the tournament, France reached the last four. Zidane was not yet fully established in the French team and his level was quite average during the whole event, but he managed to score in the penalty shootout in both the quarterfinal and semifinal. France was eliminated in the Euro 96 semifinals in a penalty shootout against the Czech Republic. 56. The 1998 FIFA World Cup was the first World Cup that Zidane participated in. The tournament was held in his home country, France. The French team won all three games in the group stage, with Zidane setting up Christophe Dugarry's goal in the opening match against South Africa from a corner, and contributing to Thierry Henry's opening goal in the second match against Saudi Arabia. However, Zidane was sent off in the latter match for a stamp on Fouad Anwar, becoming the first French player to receive a red card in a World Cup finals match. 58. Without their playmaker, France proceeded to win 1-0 in the round of 16 game against Paraguay and, on his return to the side, defeated Italy 4-3 on penalties after a goalless draw in the quarter-finals, with Zidane netting the first spot kick in the shootout. 59. France then defeated Croatia 2-1 in the semi-final. Although Zidane had played a role in the team's accomplishments, he had yet to score a goal at the World Cup. 58-60. Zidane and France went on to play against defending champions and favorites Brazil at the Stade de France in the 1998 FIFA World Cup final. France dominated Brazil from the kick-off, with Zidane scoring two similar goals, both headers from corner kicks taken by Emmanuel Petit and Yuri Djorkaeff. Courtesy of Zidane's two goals, France went into the half-time break 2-0 up with one hand on the World Cup trophy. 14. Petit added a third goal deep in stoppage time to seal the 3-0 win and France's first World Cup. Named man of the match, Zidane became an instant national hero and would receive the Legion of Honor later that year. 57. More than 1 million people lined the Champs-Élysées in Paris, with celebrations centered around the Arc de Triomphe. 61-62. 2 years later France won Euro 2000, becoming the first team to hold both the World Cup and the European Championship since West Germany in 1974. Zidane finished with 2 goals, a bending free kick against Spain in the quarterfinal and the golden goal in the semi-final against Portugal with a penalty. 63-64, UEFA named Zidane player of the tournament. 65, Zidane himself believes he was at his peak during the tournament, while the UEFA website states, in Belgium and the Netherlands, Zidane dominated a major championship in a way no individual had managed since Diego Maradona in 1986. From the opening game against Denmark to the final against Italy, Zizou shone brightly, casting a spell on his opponents with clever flicks, mesmerizing stepovers, slaloming runs and masterful vision. 66. 2002 World Cup. As reigning world and European champions, France entered the 2002 World Cup in Japan, Korea as favorites, but a thigh injury sustained in a warm-up match before the tournament prevented Zidane from playing in France's first two matches, and without their talisman, the French team failed to score in either match. He was rushed back prematurely for the third game despite not being fully fit, but could not prevent France from being ignominiously eliminated in the group stage without scoring a single goal. The worst performance by a defending champion in the history of the competition. 67 Euro 2004. At Euro 2004, France topped their group with wins over England and Switzerland, before being knocked out in the quarter-finals by eventual champions Greece in a surprise 1-0 loss. 68 In the opening match against England, Zidane scored a free kick and penalty in stoppage time to turn impending defeat into a 2-1 victory. 69-70 After France's elimination, Zidane announced his retirement from international football. With the mass retirement of veteran key players such as Bixent Lizarazu, Marcel Desailly, Claude Makelele and Lilian Thuram, France struggled to qualify for the 2006 World Cup. At the urging of coach Raymond Domenech, Zidane came out of retirement and was immediately reinstated as team captain. 72 Zidane, along with Thuram and Makelele, made his competitive return for France in a 3-0 win over the Faroe Islands on 3 September 2005. The trio helped France rise from 4th place to win their qualifying group. 73 On the 27th of May 2006, Zidane earned his 100th cap for France in a 1-0 friendly win over Mexico, in what would also be his last match at the Stade de France. Zidane became France's 4th player to reach 100 caps, after Desailly, Thuram and Didier Deschamps. 74 France had a slow start to the 2006 finals and, after being suspended for the third match of the group stage, Zidane returned to set up a goal for Patrick Vieira and score one himself in the second round match against Spain. 75 In the quarterfinal, France held Brazil to just one shot on goal in the rematch of the 1998 final. Zidane assisted Thierry Henry's deciding goal and was named man of the match by FIFA. 76-77 France faced Portugal in the semi-final and, as in Brussels 6 years earlier, Zidane's penalty kick decided the contest and sent France to another major final. 78-79 Having already announced he was to retire after the expiration of his Real Madrid contract at the end of the 2005-06 season, the world of football already knew Zidane's second World Cup final was to be the last match of his career. 7 minutes into the 2006 World Cup final in Berlin, Zidane put France ahead with a Panenka-style penalty kick which struck the crossbar and bounced just over the goal line 80, to become only the 4th player in World Cup history to score in 2 different finals, along with Pelé, Paul Breitner, and Baba, in addition to being tied for first place with Baba, Pelé and Jeff Hurst with 3 World Cup final goals apiece. He almost scored a second goal during the first period of extra time, but his header was saved by Italy's goalkeeper Gianluigi Buffon. Zidane was then sent off in the 110th minute of the game after headbutting Marco Materazzi in the chest, 81-82, so he did not participate in the penalty shootout which Italy won 5-3. 83. This marked the 14th overall expulsion of Zidane's career, and joined him with Cameroon's Rigobert Song as the only players ever to be sent off during 2 separate World Cup tournaments. 84 He also became the 4th player red-carded in a World Cup final, in addition to being the first sent off in extra time. 85 Zidane's actions made headlines all over the world, while in France Le Figaro called his headbutt odious, and the front page of L'Équipe asked, "What should we tell our children, for whom you have become an example forever? How could that happen to a man like you?" 79. Zidane had received plaudits for his performances during the tournament, with Pep Guardiola writing, "He exerts so much influence on the team that France are never disorganized." 86. The day after the final, Zidane was awarded the Golden Ball as the player of the tournament. 87. Upon his return to France, the Place de la Concorde in Paris was filled with thousands of fans waving flags and rhythmically chanting, "Zizou! Zizou!" and tributes were led by the French President Jacques Chirac. 79. Chirac's words reflected the feeling of the French public, with polls done in the immediate wake of the incident showing support for Zidane. 61% of French people said they had already forgiven him for his actions, while 52% said they understood them. 79. According to French journalist Philippe Auclair, Zidane's performances in the knockout rounds were ranked among his finest in a blue shirt. 79. As the player of the tournament, Zidane had given the team hope, with the French daily newspaper Libération stating, "For a month, France was dreaming with Zidane." 79. Zidane remained an icon to the French public, and one French writer stated, "It's good for us to see our national hero as fallible." 79. It was later revealed through interviews that Marco Materazzi had insulted Zidane's sister, which led to Zidane's heightened anger and reaction. 88. In 2010, Zidane said that he would rather die than apologize to Materazzi for the headbutt in the final. 89. But also admitted that he could never have lived with himself had he been allowed to remain on the pitch and help France win the match. 90. He later said, "If you look at the 14 red cards I had in my career, 12 of them were a result of provocation. This isn't justification. This isn't an excuse, but my passion, temper and blood made me react." 91. Following his red card in the final, Zidane retired from professional football and confirmed that he would not go back on his decision. 92. He was sentenced by FIFA to a 3-match suspension for the red card. 93. He agreed to complete 3 days of community service with children in one of FIFA's humanitarian projects. 94. Zidane ended up tying with Brazil's Cafu for the record for most cards given in World Cup matches, with 6. 95. Thank you for watching. Hopefully it's useful. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. See you in the next video.